Yes, sir. I'm 10 years old, and I'm ready to pick a Pokemon.
Not until I get mine first, dork. Now, boys, you'll both get your chance. Now, before I can give you your Pokemon, you have to answer a few questions for me.
Okay, shoot.
All right. Well, first, are you a boy or a girl?
Huh? I'm, a boy, right? Right, I'm a boy?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know, it was just like a kind of a curveball. I'm a boy.
Now, what is your name?
You don't remember my name?
Who would want to remember you?
Shut up, Gary. It's Ash.
Ah, yes, of course, Ash. Now, to your left, that's your rival, my grandson. You've known each other for years. What's his name?
Grandpa? Grandpa, what are you doing?
What's his name, Ash?
Is he having a stroke? Grandpa, come on. It's not funny. Grandpa, it's Gary. Gary Oak? I'm your grandson. You can't forget me.
What's his name,
Mom
Ash?
said you were forgetting, but no.
What's his name, Ash?
Come on. We've been so many years left. Come on. It's Gary Oak. Ash, can you call my mom? I think he's forgetting. Big fuck.
Ah, yes, my grandson, Dick Fuck.
What?
Ash, you must be prepared for the journey ahead.
name isn't-
You will meet great
No.
foes and
No.
many Pokemon.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch all of these mascots die. Think, Luigi. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant franchise in this game. You'll live to see these series turn into pachinkos or mobile only. Everything and every game from your childhood will be ruined. What will you have after 500 consoles?
Mario, I'd still have you.
With the bob and the bringing out pressure, rob and the monkey coming to the lecture, pop, bringing it down. With the beat, with the bubble song now, with the beat, with the beat, with the beat, bass. Rob and the monkey, the bass, the beat, we're off his fight, so. Right party, puppy, and three mentals taking this one away. Wicked.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, buddies, up on. Okay. Hey everyone. Can anybody hear me? Oh. Hello? I'm not sure if y'all can hear me or not. But just in case, wobble up a ding dong. Wobble up a dub dub. Oh, there you go. There. Wobble up a dub dub. What's up, everyone? The boy Ronald gonna make it here. On a live stream. I'm supposed to have two or more guests here. You know. But I'll wait till they get here. So then there we go. Add to the There we go.
Ooh, what's up, man?
What's up, Ruby King? How's it going, buddy?
Going good.
Well, now we got Run King. We just waiting for the other king. Waiting for Anime AJ to pop on in.
Sorry. Just had a lot of feedback loop on my end.
Yeah,
Had to mute the stream.
Oh, what's wrong with that? Hello. Oh, sorry about that.
You're good. Yes, I did. Anime AJ. I seen episode 5 of Chainsaw Man. It was pretty good. Enjoyed it.
I only watched the first episode.
Oh, it's so good, man. I'm enjoying it. I haven't took the time to read the manga yet, but I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I also like that they like at the end of every episode there's a different ending song. So which is different from most animes because usually you get a different song after like an X amount of episodes,
Exactly.
Like 20 or 30 or so, or whenever they're going on their next arc or whatnot.
Right.
I kind of been enjoying that, yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
Hey, AJ, aren't you coming in?
That's all I want. I wonder when. Yo, and AJ, you jumping in or what? Hold on. Oh, there he is. Hold on. There he is. What up, man?
Ahoy!
But yeah, I wanted to talk about this topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. But I wanted to do more research before I, actually make a stream about it. And I actually wanted other opinions on it, involving social media and freedom of speech.
All right, lay it on us.
Like, for starters, y'all heard about the whole Kyrie Irving thing, right? Him, getting the butt breaking because he posted a film content about blacks being the true Hebrew that he had got from Amazon.
Wait.
Yet,
This is about Kanye?
no, this one's Kyrie. You ain't heard about it?
No, I haven't. I don't even know who that is.
Kyrie
Like
Irving?
No,
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Some athlete.
Yeah, basketball player, I think for the Lakers.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't followed basketball in years, man.
Oh, okay, I got you. But
I heard about it.
But yeah, he pretty much got punished for just posting it on his I think it was on his Twitter. But what I'm thinking is that why they're punishing him but not Amazon for having it in the first place? Like he's seen the movie and posted that, hey, everybody, y'all should check this movie out. And all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure he didn't do it out of malice. But
so wait, he watched a movie about blacks being the true
Hebrews or Semites or something like that.
Huh. And this is on Amazon?
Yeah, it's literally on Amazon.
Well, black people aren't Hebrews, so,
And you want to know the crazy thing? People can't interested and started watching the movie and Amazon.
Well, just because.
Start up.
Right on, Ronald. Ruby, that thought you had there, just because, they don't have to necessarily be Hebrew, they could still be Semitic.
Yeah.
Arabs, that's Semitic, just like Hebrew is. So it's funny, when people. Here's the funny thing about all that, touching on that. It's funny that people be like, anyone who protests against the Israeli state, it is considered anti-Semitic because Jews and Hebrews are Semitic, and yet how could you say that to someone who themselves is Arab or an Arab Palestinian? They're technically Semitic.
Yeah.
So
I agree with
one
that.
One is saying that you could essentially be a Semite could be anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a bogus. Yeah, it's a bogus because of this Kyrie thing. Like you're saying, Ronald. Why isn't Amazon getting in trouble? Like this person is because they're talking about it. It's to create that confusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that. It's just that there are a lot of. I mostly see African Americans say this shit, but there's a lot of African Americans who believe that only black peoples are the true Hebrews, which is insane to me.
You know what? This whole didn't start till Nick Cannon brought that up with the whole, we're the true Jews and stuff like that. Remember when he got butt broken when he said that on his podcast with one of the public enemies I forgot what he's called, but he's a former member of Public Enemy.
When was this?
This was in 2020 when Nick Cannon said this on Cannon's Class, his podcast, and as a result, Wild Out got canceled temporarily.
I think I heard something about that.
His job.
Huh? Never. Damn, I missed a lot. I never.
This was during the
pandemic,
controversy, like beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, it does sound like something that I may have heard of or come across back in that time of 2020.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Sure thing.
All right, cool. But I also do want to touch on the Kanye situation too.
Well, yeah, technically, this would touch on a lot of things. I definitely figured that you might be touching on the whole Twitter Elon Musk deal that went through last week.
Yep.
Because there's still fallout going on from that. I did a mini stream earlier today covering that.
Yeah. It's just that I'm glad that there's more freedom of speech, but at the same time, something that did occur, that because there's now freedom of speech, people can now show their true self, in a sense. Let me word it like that.
You mean people aren't? So what are we getting at there? There's more freedom of speech and people are showing their true selves. You mean people are being assholes? Because you didn't need a
simple way of doing it, but
you didn't need freedom of speech for that. People have been that way before freedom of speech and after freedom of speech became a thing.
You'll see a lot of people be more racist, more openly racist. Not that they weren't racist before then, but now that you got freedom of speech, they can do it without amnesty.
Yeah, it's problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah.
It's brainwashing and propaganda bullshit. They're trying to elicit emotional reactions and behave emotionally. This is all to get people to think and feel a certain way about hate speech. And so when the more people say we're going to regulate and control and limit hate speech, the more they're really not in favor of free speech.
Yeah. Like, I got nothing against free speech. I say, go ahead, say what you want to say.
Well, it's just that's the thing about free speech. To break down this whole idea of free speech versus hate speech. Again, it's another dichotomy. Is that if anyone is really on the side of free speech, is to just stop referring to it as free speech or hate speech. Just call it speech. That's what it is. The problem with these assholes and these racists and these impersonators is that they're not practicing etiquette. They are not engaging in moralistic behavior. They're not being polite or respectful. So essentially, they're engaging in freedom of speech without personal responsibility. They think that that's what freedom of speech is. That freedom of speech means that you don't have to take personal responsibility for what you say. You don't have to be held accountable for what you say or do. There's a certain way of saying things. It's that when we do it without respect and dignity towards other human beings who have that same inalienable right, well, you're engaging in free speech. You're just being an asshole.
Pretty much.
What I missed? I'm back.
No, maybe not a whole lot.
Yeah, we just
It's
talking
like
about
Ronald was talking about, how ever since things have been going on as of last week, and the Twitter, Elon, and all this other stuff, that freedom of speech, apparently people are showing their true colors. Racist, bigots, assholes, just being an asshole. And I was explaining
we already had those anyway.
This whole right, exactly, because people chose. That's how people choose to act or talk. There's all this social media, but no social etiquette. There's no, people think they can say what they want, and that means freedom of speech means no personal responsibility. But that's the thing. In order to, to really engage in freedom of speech, one must also take or learn what personal responsibility entails. Choosing what you say or how you say it.
Right.
It's not polite or respectful to go around publicly saying, "Oh, I'm going to kill so and so because they blocked Twitter." That's freedom of speech, certainly, but how is that not hate speech? See? And as I mentioned to Ronald, anyone who really is a part of free speech, we shouldn't be referring to it as free speech or versus hate speech. It's just speech. The problem between one and the other is that, are you an asshole or are you going to be nice? Didn't a lot of us grow up with our grandparents telling us, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all?
Right.
And how many of us, myself included, break that rule on a daily basis?
Right.
Not every interaction, but sometimes, you just, maybe it's the heat of the moment, or you're just like, fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, people just don't have a lot of respect for others. But like,
and that's their freedom.
Against the law. It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not against the law to be disrespectful or anything either.
Right. You have the freedom to choose. That's what freedom. That's what freedom at all means.
Just like you have the freedom to choose how to react too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the way we react says a lot about us. Right. The way others react says a lot about them. And we shouldn't, we shouldn't judge. We shouldn't judge people right away. It does say a lot when we judge somebody like, "Oh, calm down, bro," or you seem to be really angry. It's like, hey, hold on. Why would we assume where someone else is coming from? It doesn't. It's like we don't. It's like I mentioned in previous live streams with you guys. The one thing I think a lot of Americans could take into consideration is how, like, for example, cultures like Japan, their focus is like, hey, be more considerate of others.
Right. Good old Japan.
Speaking of which, if I could bring just a little gear here, Ruby had brought the whole Hebrew thing, and it got me thinking about the lost tribe of Israel and stuff. Like, there's a story or a theory that the ancestors to Japan are the missing tribe.
Really?
It's just one of them. I mean, a lot of countries in Europe and Asia have these stories about, and a lot of it though originated back in the medieval periods too, But like the story of the missing tribes of Israel, the missing tribe of Israel, it's practically worldwide.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a theory that the Ark, the lost tribe took the Ark and hid it at the top of one of the mountains of Japan.
Yeah, well, not to get off topic, but I want to talk about something. Congratulations at making 200, dude.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, that was just a fun thought. But yeah, thank you for that as well. It was.
You finally reached a 200.
It's been a week.
I got tired of seeing you at that bring something away from this, so I said, you know what?
I've been
Let me get my spare.
I've been waiting. My first stream today, my first mini stream was for 300. Road to 300 is where I put in the title. So yeah, it's now official that I've been at 200. I haven't gotten any new subscribers, and thankfully I haven't lost any subscribers. YouTube hasn't deleted any either.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, because I was afraid they would try to delete my channels because I unsubscribed my 3 channels to you.
Took 2 years to get to 200 because 2 years ago I reached 100. I got to my 100th subscriber, and that's when I started looking at and beginning my AMV projects that I started back in 2020.
Well, here's to 300.
Yeah,
road to 300.
Yep.
Trying to get to 4K now.
Yeah, you're at 3.1K, bro. Rocket ship.
I get this far.
Going to the moon.
Right. I didn't think I'd get this far though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, it's all that hard work, dude.
I just started streaming Sonic Frontiers as well.
What's that?
I also started streaming Sonic Frontiers as well.
I saw that. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was in the middle of doing other things. But how is that game? Is it fun? I saw like the ending of it, and I was
it's pretty
very
fun.
happy with what I saw.
It's pretty fun. You get time to get used to it because there's a lot of good and interesting new mechanics to it. Just like with the homing tag, you can't just do jump then jump. You know, you have to play jump and then square.
Okay.
Among other things, you can also use hand-to-hand combat now.
Yeah, I've seen that in some of the promotional footage and stuff like that before the game came out.
Yeah, wall runs, everything. He can do a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, story looks good too. I'm glad they finally went back and told something not fucking kiddie.
Stupid.
Yeah, like the stories they've been giving us, like with what was the last Sonic game? Not Mania. Mania was great.
Forces.
Yeah, Forces and Colors and all that.
Yeah.
It's time to go back to some Sonic Adventures storyline. That's what I always say.
You need to do a Sonic Adventure 3.
I don't think we're ever getting that, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can act, but they don't mean that we're gonna get it.
Yeah, I think Sega's just weird. But at least they're having a nice Sonic renaissance, and that's what I like, because I'm a big Sonic guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So, returning back to the topic, what else is going on?
The whole Kanye situation. Him getting his, I actually was rooting for Kanye. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be out and say it. I was rooting for Kanye. But stand on what he said.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him to stand on what he said.
If he really does, and he can provide a discussion of his ideas, and even show factual evidence kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, why not? He's just talking. It's not like he's got a gun. He's holding a gun or a knife when he's at these interviews, or when he was doing that one interview that he got in trouble for. It's like, dude, the media is just doing another 2 minutes of hate. He's just another victim. He's basically a victim of the mainstream media.
Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with what they're doing with Kanye. It's like, you don't have to agree with what he said, and you can be angry, but going after his pockets and stuff is just kind of
right. Does he come across as like? Is he yelling and screaming and being violent when he's talking about this shit?
No. But I'm gonna say that though.
He's trying to, just converse. He's a human being, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this though. Kanye got his point across. He proved his point. Everybody even proved his point.
I think his point may have been kind of like how Elon's been, kind of like with some of the stuff Elon's been doing with Twitter, is that he's showing how biased the mainstream media is and how people are totally opposed to freedom of speech. America has basically been brainwashed for the last 40, 50 years to be anti-freedom of speech, anti-First Amendment, essentially.
Like, but I just also want to say that when Kanye did the whole White Lives Matter t-shirt thing and pretty much said what he said about the black community, only black community was outraged, but there was nothing done to him. Nobody acted on that. No celebrities turned on him. None of the Jews turned on him. Well, as soon as he said something about the Jewish community, every fucking body turned on Kanye. Everybody ganged up on him. Everybody.
What did Kanye say?
Everybody ganged up on that man.
What did Kanye say about the black community?
Well, he said that all Africans are the true Jews.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I disagree with that, but you know, it's just.
But him and Candace Owens wore, I think, went to the Met Gala wearing the White Lives Matter shirt.
See, now you got to think about this. What he's getting, like Ronald's Dragon of America is saying, he gets punished for saying something like that, or implying that all Africans are the true Jews. Who would get upset for him saying that?
Only Jews.
Hey, don't say that. We don't want your channel getting destroyed.
Just don't play that. Just basically don't allow this to be seen in Israel, then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that shit comes from.
To find out who rules over you, and is basically find out who doesn't like what you have to say, doesn't like certain things you say.
Yeah.
As soon as you can say this about that grip, but if you say something about this, and it's like, wait a minute, there you go. That is the proof.
Yeah, I don't know where the whole black people or the true fucking people of God should come from. I really don't know.
It's almost like saying white lives matter, or even worse, all lives matter. Oh, remember that?
But
yeah, which all lives do matter. Yeah,
all lives do matter.
That's what Kanye, I think, if he's doing it in an artistic way, you could perceive it as, by him wearing all white lives matter, and of course the thing is Black Lives Matter. Well, he's showing the real racism. He's showing who the real racists and bigots and all that are. He's showing that freedom of speech is being infringed upon.
Yeah. Well, when you think about all the commandments are being infringed upon, when you think about it.
Right. The Second Amendment, all the amendments are being infringed. Yes.
But let's also be real, though. Black Lives Matter movement is a farce.
Yes, right.
It is a complete farce.
Just like white lives matter, just as equally, all lives matter. I mean,
I'm talking about the organization.
Oh yeah, the organization.
They are
sucks.
A fucking lie. They're just scared.
You guys have been seeing some of those articles they've been coming out with about the organization?
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, everybody went along with them. Everybody believed them. The media was hyping them up.
Not everybody. I didn't believe the crap.
The majority, and who were they on? Whose side were they on? They were on the side of the Democrats.
From the start, I never really.
I never trusted.
I never sided with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
from the start.
The organization, I didn't either.
I just want to see how it would blow over, and see it. What makes but I'll say this: Candace Owens did warn about the Black Lives Matter movement organization. And she was validated for it.
The only thing that surprises me is how people seem to be surprised, especially the media, that what's going on here. Because as soon as the organization came, because they came around after the slogan was invented, and
they had been around.
I could have told you everything that's going on right now that's being revealed as factual about them. I could have told you that way back when they started. I would have been frowned upon as a conspiracy theorist. Ooh.
No, you probably would have been as a racist white guy.
A racist and a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I knew back then that they were shady from the start. The connections with the Democrats, especially after
The
riots,
LGBT leadership.
It was just all obvious.
LGBT leadership, and
And
all.
it was all done on Twitter, And of course, that's why Congress now lately they had that committee hearing with Jack Dorsey, where he was testifying asking him whether or not Twitter influences elections, and it's just like, hello, has nobody been paying attention the last 2 years? What happened to Ronald?
Crap baskets. She's not here.
No.
Well, it's just me and you and enemy. Oh, there he goes. Never mind.
There he
We're gonna
is.
take it over.
My bad.
We were not going to take over the stream.
Yeah, my
Well,
phone.
we would have had to carry the torch of liberty forward. I mean, this is freedom of speech we're talking. No, I'm just kidding.
This is a monarchy, okay?
No, this is a republic.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
Aren't we pirates? Aren't we kings?
We're all that. Oh man.
But yeah, on a side note, I don't want to say this. One of the Black Lives Matter leaders was confronted. Well, not exactly confronted, but Candace Owens did confront her at her mansion, though the gate was closed off. And her bodyguard was, and she was
Bodyguard?
Yeah,
What?
she had a white
Privileged
bodyguard.
much?
Yeah, and then so Candace Owens tried to ask for an interview, but yet Patrice, the leader, Patrice Colors, yeah, her last name is Colors. Weird, right? Patrice Colors went on social media and tried to paint it as these big bad Republicans trying to harass me and threatening me. Like, really? Candace Owens is like the most least threatening person on there. All she is doing is capable of running her mouth. That's it.
Because it's because she's a race baiter. That was most of the leaders
she's
of
the racist.
Black
She's
Lives
the-
Matter are the race baiters. It's like
Now,
this
don't get me wrong.
Al
I don't like
Sharpton and
Candace
shit.
Owens not one bit, but Candace Owens do be having some valid points now. But there are other times she pisses me off when she opens her mouth.
I don't pay attention to her.
She makes me want to slap the taste out of her mouth if she wasn't a woman. If she wasn't a woman. But I feel like the fact that one thing is that Candace Owens is trying to expose Black Lives Matter for the frauds they are. And I do commend her on that. The fact that she bossed up and went to the leader's home that she bought with the money that she stole from she grifted.
So here's my question to you, Ronald. Do you think the normie blacks would do you think that they would, see the truth of Black Lives Matter, or will they just continue following this shit like the sheeps they are?
You mean the black masses, the sheeps?
Yeah, just the sheeps. Like the average black.
You want me to
person,
be honest? You want me to be very honest?
Oh yes.
No, they'll still be dumbass slaves.
Yes, I
Fucking
agree.
idiots.
I agree.
They're still be
100%.
dumbass slaves. Because if they ain't figured it out now, if they ain't turned on Black Lives Matter and they still buying into Patrice Colors' BS, there's not gonna be a change. Unless
Where my motherfucking $1 million at, huh?
exactly.
Yep, that's a fucking shame, man. But
Right, so
you
I don't
gotta
see
have
no
sheep
change.
in the world. What was that?
So yeah, I don't see no changes in that. They're
Yeah.
still gonna be following.
Yeah, it's this is gonna be like this forever.
How about George Floyd's family and daughter are trying to sue on Ye?
Kanye West? Yeah, I
For
think
his
that.
comment.
Oh yeah, you know why they're doing that, and they're probably going to be able to. It may, I would not be surprised if it did
Because
does
the
not
powers
get tossed
that be are
out
making
because
them
of
do it.
what happened to Alex Jones. His ruling came through, and he ended up having to pay like millions of dollars. I think they're filing Chapter 11 or something for his company.
Yeah,
And now the same families are trying to take him back to court. They're trying to take Alex Jones back to court for billions, like more than the dude doesn't have that kind of money, right? The kind of money
they just sued him for billions of dollars.
millions. Now they want like billions.
Yeah, but
Right,
I thought the lawsuit added all the way up to like $900 something million.
Right now, this is
borderline
like,
billion.
It was like 9 million or something. It's not that. It's
no, not 9 million,
millions.
900 million. It was like 900 million.
It's not. It was not close to $1 billion. No, they want billions now, and I'm talking like more than $2 billion. So
multiple billions, not just one.
Yeah, they took him. They took him for million. They got him for millions. Now they want to take him back for billions because of tweets. They're using math, thinking that they're smart. So because you have that sort of legal precedent in a court case, yeah, that's when you'll start seeing people like Kanye West getting taken to court to be sued by George Floyd's daughter. Like, how would his daughter does not have the cognizance, awareness to understand where and what, you know, an adult like Kanye is talking about.
Well, it depends on how old his daughter is. But
9.
She's 9? I thought she was like an adult.
She's 9 years old.
She's not even a teenager.
I thought she was like an adult.
And it's causing her emotional trauma.
Well, I'm sorry, kid, but you're not going to see that money. Just like the families that sued Alex Jones, they're not going to ever see that money.
Well, Kanye, if it doesn't get dismissed and Kanye were taken and sued and he lost, it would, it's like, I think there's been a falling out since he divorced the Kardashians.
But you want to know the
a
crazy
big
thing,
falling
though?
out.
You want to know the crazy thing?
What's up?
Her and her family got $20 million on Black Lives Matter and Disney stock. And I forgot something else too.
They got stock in Disney?
Yeah, they got stock in Disney.
Wait, who? The Black Lives Matter guys?
Kim Kardashian.
I think from Disney themselves, but the 20 million came from Black Lives Matter, I think.
Wait, I'm confused.
Y'all got all that. And also, here's the thing. They also had gotten $2 million from Kanye.
Oh, like George Floyd's daughter.
Yeah, George Floyd's family.
So George Floyd's family got stock in Disney and money from Black Lives Matter. And Kanye, I knew the Kanye thing. I knew that.
But also,
I got nothing.
And 20 million from Black Lives Matter. So like, y'all had gotten all that. But yet, here y'all are trying to sue this man just because he gave his opinion on how your father died, on how the dude died. And I'm going to say this. First of all, George Floyd was a drug addict. A fucking drug addict. And a felon.
Yep.
First of all, this dude, one of the crimes he did was that he robbed a pregnant woman and threatened to shoot and had a gun, threatened to shoot her unborn child, and had the gun pointing at the unborn child. This was on record. This is on record.
Yeah. This is not the kind of person that you would celebrate a national holiday for.
Exactly. Here we are
I have no
celebrating a dude
sympathy
like
for him,
that.
actually.
Like, here we are celebrating a dude like that. Well, some of us who are dumb enough to celebrate that shit.
We made this dude into a martyr.
Exactly.
And that's why his statue got struck by lightning.
Yep. And that's what the media wanted.
Like, back in the days, our community, the black community, would shame these type of guys.
Mm-hmm.
We would shame these type of drug addict fools. we would never hail them. Charleston, that's one thing I agree with Charleston greatly on. We used to shame these type of fools. Pushers, well, I don't know about the drug pushers, because it's always been a mixed thing when it comes to drug pushers in the community.
Man, the drug dealers have always been fucking glamorized.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying. But the drug addicts are
at least up until the 90s. That's when it started.
But the drug addicts, though, we've always shamed them.
Yeah.
But now we're commending them like we're making them look like heroes. What the fuck?
That's why they say never get high on your own supply.
Exactly.
That's fucking stupid,
Yep.
Speaking of Charleston White, I don't know if y'all heard of Charleston White or know of him. But y'all know of T.I.'s son, King Harris?
Sean King Harris. Yeah, I think I know him. I think he came on the Young Turks.
The big mouth little light skinned boy with the look like a damn platypus.
I might be thinking of another Sean King.
No, I'm talking about on T.I.'s son.
Oh no, I don't. Man.
You mean Phineas and Ferb?
Huh?
You
Ahoy,
mean Phineas and
Taylor!
Ferb?
What's up, Taylor?
What's up?
Oh, hey.
Should have warned us, Ronnie.
I mean, he popped it in, so I said, no.
Yeah, but you were the one who clicked her in to make it live. It's like, oh man, we could give her a proper introduction.
Presenting Taylor.
Sup?
But I'm talking about I'm talking about King's
just like you make a big deal. It's just like, yeah, what's up?
I'm talking about T.I.'s son King. You know, the light skinned big mouth little boy, look like a damn platypus. Talks a lot of crap. Thinks he hard, but he ain't hard.
Oh, okay. I remember him from the T.I. The T.I. and what was his Tiny show?
Yeah.
Used to come on VH1. Yeah, I seen Tiny before in real life, but yeah, okay, I know you're talking about now.
I'm talking about King, the one that who went to a Waffle House, starting something just because they put pickles on his freaking burger.
Wait, I remember that show.
Pickles are delicious.
Yeah, like let me tell you the story. How about he gonna put our stuff on live? They better not putting no pickles in. As soon as he looked at the burger, they had pickles on the burger. So he went inside the Waffle House with his phone on live and showed his behind out, talking trash, cussing the guys out and stuff like that. He even threatened to pistol with one of the workers. And they go talking about. I mean, he was talking all kinds of crap and showing his behind out.
Oh,
like
if
you was you talking to straight to the team, you probably would have went up his dick and slapped the list off. Oh, platypus looking ass.
What a disappointment, dude! Like, fuck, your dad is T.I. You're a multi-fucking millionaire. Why are you doing all this dumb shit?
And here's the thing, though, about his dumb ass daddy T.I. He gonna take the side of his son and gonna make an excuse for his son instead of punishing his son. And gonna talk about, I don't see the need of why my son had to go back and forth with a short end cook. Oh, so you better than people, T.I. See, and that wonder why your son act the way he do.
Did his son? How old is his son? He's an adult now, right?
He's 17 or 18.
17 or 18.
Yeah, he's about to graduate high school.
I don't know, man. I've been fucking. What a disappointment. But it's just our fucking community, man.
Hey, Juan, I'm being stumpins once again.
Not today. I told him not today. I told him the next stream I'll get him in, but not this one. I told him my serious topics on this one, right there. But the plus wasn't that much of the conversation.
So yeah, is that all that happened with T.I.'s son?
No,
there's more that happened with him.
There was more afterwards. This fool got arrested for driving on. I think he stopped a light or something like that. He got arrested for something, or driving under the influence.
Oh, he's just wilding out.
Reference,
but wilding out.
Yeah, funny thing, he wasn't wilding out with Nick Cannon. Him and his dad.
He had a nice ass whooping. I guess T.I. wasn't giving his kid. T.I.'s from fucking Georgia, man. Why is he not whipping his son?
Because, first of all, King gets his behavior from his dad. When you think about it. And they don't discipline King.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's up, Big Tim?
Yo, what's up, Big Tim?
I'm trying to join the stream, y'all.
But yeah, that's true.
Why are you letting on?
That's gonna wow. What's going on back there?
You know, yes, I am. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have knocked this son out if I was up in school with him. Well, then again, we probably would have been cool because a lot of people were cool with me. I have very few enemies. The only enemy I can remember is the gay kid that didn't like me. And I didn't like him because he ratted me out. He ratted me and my homies out. After we We were stealing books for the book fair. We were stealing manga. We're stealing manga and comics.
That was a good cause, and he ratted you out?
Yeah, he ratted me. I didn't get in trouble though, because the campus police, he knew me. He used to live down the street from me. Well, just a few houses down from where I live now. So he knew me since I was a little kid up in middle school. So I guess he kind of basically believed me, and I don't know, they just fucking like me. People just like me for some weird reason. I don't know why, but my friends, they all got in trouble, and they had to go to in-school detention while I didn't.
That sucks. That caused a lot of animosity.
No, it didn't. Well, not towards me. It brought a lot of animosity towards John because I was the most pissed off at John. I should never said his name, but who cares? I was the most pissed off at him, and I wanted to fight him, but we never got to fight.
You're the snitch, man. Too late, bro.
We're adults now. We're adults
name
now.
dropped him, bro.
What's that?
You already name dropped him.
Yeah. Who cares? No one knows his face. He probably don't even watch these streams. Probably watch
dude, do not underestimate these internet detectives, okay?
Well, if so, John, look up Ruby King 1997 and check out my content if you got something to say about something that happened in 2007.
Well, hey, I was in middle school at that time.
Yeah, I was in middle school too, 2007.
Oh, okay.
I was a younger kid.
I've got me.
I was like 6 years old in 2007.
Yeah. What was that, AJ?
I said that was 15 years ago.
Fuck! Don't make me feel old, dude.
You're not old, dude.
I'm almost 30, man.
Well, you feel old. I mean, your Kaizoku was 500, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 10,000.
Oh, crap. I guess Ruby's the youngest here. Oh, no, that's Taylor.
Oh, yeah. I was still 6 years old in 2007. You know, my birthday is December, so I was still a little kid. Well, in 2007, before YouTube was a big thing.
Yeah. Damn, you were 6. Man. I'm going to be 30 next year. This year went by too fast.
I know, right?
Oh, way too fast. Time sure does fly, man. But yeah, I wanted to fight that gay kid. I wanted to fight him. Me and my friends were so pissed off at him, but I was the most pissed off. Like, how dare you snitch us out, you bastard?
Ooh, that would have been hate speech. That'd be a hate crime.
Oh,
Technically, that would not be hate speech. That would just be stating a fact.
No, because he's saying, I want to fight a gay kid. I'm going to beat up a gay kid. And if he had actually done it, I mean, it would be kind of iffy because people who are so PC, they apparently make skin color a big deal. So it's like, ooh, wait,
Oh yeah, you mean cancel
unless the gay kid is white, then yeah.
That was black.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't be that big. It wouldn't be a double hate crime. It would just be. It'll just be, just a black on black hate crime.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a cringe crime.
Yeah, I would have beat him up too. He was skinny and I was pretty buff. I was lifting weights a lot, and working out a lot too.
If a woman beats up her wife, is it not domestic violence?
It is domestic violence.
It is still domestic violence. It's still domestic violence.
It's still a hate, even if it's a black on black, it's still hate crime.
Yeah.
I guess it is still a hate crime, right? Well, I guess it would still be a double hate crime.
You're talking about you want to fight and beat up a black kid. I mean, I'm not a black kid, a gay kid. I'm just like, dude, that would get people, that's what they cancel people for. The homophobia. Oh, it's a hate crime now.
But back then it was okay to call them, words that you can't say on YouTube right now. Right. Time was so much simpler back then.
Things would be much simpler, when the more people come to understand that you can, with freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want. It's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, I'm gonna kill you, or whatever. It's
I'm just not saying the F word out of respect.
it's a
for
different
Ronald.
thing. It's a different
You do
thing
know
when
that
you
when
actually
play GTA
engage
4,
in the
you'll still
act. When you actually
see that word being
attempt to
said.
kill somebody, that's completely different from saying you would, right?
Right.
Right.
Ronald, what did you say, Ronald?
If you play GTA 4, you'll still hear that word. Hear a lot of free speech being said. You know what I'm saying? If you get.
Oh
lucky.
yeah, man. I was watching an old movie recently. It's called Hey Good Looking. I was watching that, and they were saying like all kinds of fucking words. I was like, Jesus, you can't say these no more. Or at least I don't like hearing you can't say this anymore in this time. Yes, you still can. It's just people cause more of a fucking bitch fit over it.
Right.
And people enjoy that stuff, that kind of language too.
Yeah.
It's real culture when you use it in a way that it's like that episode of South Park when they talked about when they had the shit counter and they said, you know, it's no longer fun if we get to say it all the time. So it's like, yeah, it's okay to. The lesson of the episode was like, hey, you know, saying those words is fun and all, but let's not, you know, make it an everyday thing. It's like, you know, it's like use it entertainingly.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's another thing. Oh, we lost Ronnie again.
God dang it. Well, we took over the stream again.
And that's another thing, like I mentioned, you know, it's a different thing from compared to, oh, I can say whatever I want with freedom of speech versus not acting it out. You know, that's another thing. It's like we can say whatever we want with free speech. And so, like, you have a TV show, like, again, I'm referencing that lesson from that South Park episode. It's like, okay, well, should you say it? Because that's kind of what they're leaning on is, you know, we can say whatever we want with freedom of speech. Should we say it, though? That's what this whole conversation should have been about with stuff like Twitter and whatnot, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying though, like you won't see movies like that being made too much.
No, I mean, we've talked about Blazing Saddles, same thing.
Yeah. Movies suck nowadays.
Yeah.
I saw Boy.
Well, that's why we've been telling everybody to go, you know, to get physical copy of their favorite movies and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Get physical copies of all the old shit. Anything before what 2016, I'll say.
Yeah, anything before 2019.
2019. I say 16. Like after 16, that's when things just start kind of ramping up a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water and use the restroom.
Sure.
But quick question. My boy, Big Tim, he had a channel here. His first channel, previous channel, got terminated. I forgot what it was for. What was it for again? I think because something that he said, or some people may have complaints about him to YouTube and got his channel terminated. He's in the chat now, but he's using a new channel.
Yep, it's the same name, but he's got the 2 added onto it.
Yeah, and I felt kind of fucked up because like I used to watch his channel often. And I'm thinking like, wait, what did he say that was so offensive?
Well, there's a lot of things that you could say that would be taken as offensive. If it breaks community guidelines, you know, you could be done at one and done.
But see, he was being trolled by, you know, douchebags, and I feel like, and I guess if I remember, he said something that confronting the douchebag troll, and I guess YouTube didn't like it and terminated his channel eventually. It's just like, wow, so you can't even stick up for yourself. Kind of like the situation we go through with Johannes a little bit. Mm-hmm. Or Johannes. If you get what I mean. Speaking of Johannes, how was the little turd Ben?
Don't know.
What about you, Ruby King?
What happened? I just got back.
Speaking of, I would say, speaking of Johannes, how's the little turd Ben?
He's Johannes. He's doing him. You know, he's try to make a truce with me, and I guess with you too, because they tagged in that little post, one of his little goombas.
Yeah.
And, I just said no. There's no truce. I'm not doing no truce because I know Johannes is gonna turn. I know Johannes is just gonna break that truce immediately anyway. So it's like there's no point in making no truce. Now they're trying to ban my channel. So good luck.
They don't really bother me much. In fact, some of them even come over to my channel and say, "Hey," stuff like that. So
what's up?
They don't really bother me. They ignore me. I ignore them.
Johannes fucking gives you gay porn for some reason on Instagram. So.
Exactly. I don't know why.
Is he still doing it?
No.
Good. You should block him because he might send you something else that's a lot more dangerous than gay porn. You know.
I just usually ignore him.
I don't trust that kid at all on any social media platform where you can share images in private DMs.
He starts telling me that he's going to delete the channel, which I don't believe him because he would have already done it by now. This is the first time he said that.
He does it for attention.
Yeah.
Speaking of images and social media and stuff like that, you heard Reddit's allowing images that you can use images for reactions or comments.
Like Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. No, so that's a feature.
So now when someone posts a meme, you can in the comment post a meme as your response or reply. Yeah. And I'm like, didn't they used to allow that, or are they bringing it back? Like, wasn't that the whole? That's basically 4chan. You know.
So, now I see. Big Tim says it's because they didn't like my opinions on certain subjects, which I won't say on your channel. I don't want you getting in trouble. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yep. Those people just don't get a shit.
Yeah,
this is America.
I don't give a crap, but I got this part, so I don't want to fuck up. But what you were saying, Taylor?
If these people want to complain about real shit online, like, what about the real life issues that's going on instead of living the internet? If it's a socialist dictator, tyrants, they canceled you. Heaven forbid if you have a brain for yourself and don't think the same way they do.
That's very profound. I'm not gonna lie, that's very profound. But like Big Tim just said, this is kind of a socialist platform when you think about it.
Well, it's owned by Google.
All of it's socialist.
Yeah.
Except for Twitter.
Even Facebook.
For now.
I mean, it's social media.
True. Exactly. Brain fart. Well, he said, if it doesn't fit the social dictator tyrants, they'll cancel you, heaven forbid, if you have a brain for yourself and don't think the same way they do. I strongly agree with you on that.
That's cancel culture for you, and that's the beauty of what's going on.
That's
over on Twitter.
Correctness, exactly. No, that's not what's going on. They're engaging in the behavior that would get you canceled. The very people who go on who promote cancel culture, like woke, who
like Andrew Tate situation.
Who are warn us about the anti-Semitism and the racism and bigotry and homophobia. We don't need that or want that. That's what's going to happen. It's like they themselves are doing that, and they themselves thus are the cess in the cesspool.
Right. But hey, y'all heard about the Andrew Tate situation?
Yes.
Yeah. God, I like that guy. I kind of like the guy. He's so outspoken.
What's up, Shiny?
Huh?
I was just saying, what's up to Shiny Evolution?
Oh, hey, Shiny. Welcome.
Yo, Shiny.
But yeah.
So what's up with? So why not break it down a little bit? What's up with Andrew Tate?
Like, really, when you think about everybody hates Andrew Tate, but there are people who did interviews around people saying like, "What did you hate about Andrew Tate?" And they just say all they would say is that they hate him, but don't give reason why they hate him. How can you hate somebody if you don't have a reason?
That's
Because
the
somebody else
sheeple
think-
mentality though, right there.
Yeah.
They're fed bullshit or whatever the fuck, enjoying whatever bandwagon.
We're about to
and
ask
just-
Shiny Evie. Shiny Evie.
Hey.
Yo, what's up, Shiny?
Yo, Sonny.
Yeah.
Ahoy.
What's up, Shiny Evie?
Yeah. So this topic's basically about free speech, right?
Free speech, social media, so on. What's been going on? Pretty much a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I know the situations I hear a lot in social, like when people say, oh, they get triggered over social media, they go stalk and find where people working and they basically try and get them fired.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like that whole EDP 45 situation. 445.
I'm like,
Wait,
serious-
in a way, he
Wait,
kinda
what about
deserves-
ADP?
EDP 445. You heard that he's back on social media, right?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah,
On
I heard.
TikTok, that is. A kid.
Yeah.
That's mostly meant for kids. Supposedly.
Yeah, I don't think he should be on. He's a danger to children.
But yeah, he gets fired from his job because they found out who he is.
He got fired at a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yo. And he was on this platform. He was doing an interview on this platform. And I saw that I saw it through Jamari and through Auburn Preach. Through Jamari and Playback. And this dude was just unrepentant. Like he was talking all kinds of trash and talking all kinds of stuff. Talking about if he saw those guys again, he'd get his Glock and stuff. Like, bruh, stop trying to act stuff. Because first of all, you were falling like a little bitch when they caught you and was about to expose you. Like he showed no remorse.
Yeah. Even though I don't even keep having these hair thinking I talk tough. I don't even talk tough.
And then, but see, after the end of the stream, how about somebody can't guess speaker came up and roasted the shit out of this dude. Like if I could play the video right now of this guy getting roasted, y'all probably laugh your asses off.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking funny.
Who's getting roasted?
Huh?
Who's getting roasted?
EDP 445.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that video, bro. Like that
And,
was so
and
funny.
here's a theory I found out so far. Like, about with Claymore, he is EDP 445 in disguise. If it is true, well, the thing is, he shouldn't be on Claymore anyways, and he'll get caught at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think Clay Claymore's EDP. But if he was, that would be so funny.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
If he is, everyone gotta spam cupcakes in his chat.
Yeah. Spam cupcakes in his replies, and you know the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah, like
Mr.
Anime 343, he just have to make a video titled Claymore and just say, I got you a cupcake. And then just show a cupcake and that's it. Just a 10-second video and that's it.
I should do that myself.
Dude, that would be like if I was making a 25 video showing my birthday cake, say happy birthday, and cringiest way than this cupcake video.
I know. But even though EVP kind of like ruined cupcakes for me.
I never ate cupcakes anyway, so I wasn't, yeah.
I'm still eating cupcakes. I don't care.
Yo, Ruby said he still get some cupcakes.
Cupcakes are good. Most of the chocolate ones.
Well,
frosting on top.
The only thing is, there's
not that kind of cupcake, Jesus.
Yeah, and the point is like with people like in the situation I saw, there was one TikToker trying to expose an artist on Twitter, and they're trying to get that artist on Twitter fired from her job.
I can't stand when people do that crap.
Why is he trying to expose her? Did she say something bad, or is she an actual bad person? Oh, well, that's fucking stupid. Why? Who cares? She's drawing lollies. As long as she's not touching actual fucking kids, who gives a shit?
I know.
Real lollies, you know?
And the
Stay
point
away from the real shit.
And the point is like like they want to waste resources to get people arrested and all this stuff.
Yeah, taxpayer resources.
Yeah.
Wasting up our money. As if we ain't broke already.
Yeah, they're the ones causing inflation in the first place. They don't
still
want to
think
work or whatever.
I still think that a lot of those people are actually closeted peeps.
I know, right?
All right, I think they're closeted peeps. In all honesty, I mean, you don't have to like it. I'm not saying you gotta like that art style or whatever, but once you start trying to go after it, they always come out as closeted peeps. That guy from Britain, that one dude on Twitter, I forgot his name, doesn't need to be remembered because he's fucking rotting in jail right now. So
yeah,
they always get caught for doing exactly what they accuse others of.
Yeah. And let me think of this. It's like if they're acting like they're in some sort of cult, like they're much worse than the Bible thumpers, to be honest.
True.
Yes, much worse.
Yeah. Look, I'd rather stick with the Bible thumpers than these crazy idiots who just believe drawings are dead and saying, "Oh, I said something bad," in all this cancel culture crap.
And that kind of goes and coincides with the whole freedom of speech, freedom of impression, expression. Yes, excuse me.
Speaking of freedom,
sounds retarded.
How about whenever a person gives their opinion on their favorite celebrity, fan bases come after them? Looking at you, Barbs. Looking at you, Bayhide.
And yeah, they always try to go after, like, it's basically every day I see it's always Vic Mignogna on this, Vic Mignogna on that. It's like they always get into celebrity dramas.
Right.
Yeah, every single day.
Don't forget the anime guy, the anime dude, who was, act a dragon me a stream about Vic Mignogna and just always complain about his, the blackface pass. Like, come on, this is years ago. What? Just let him go, dude. You just bring it up so you can get the attention in your wopsy, just like the wokies over there.
Yeah. And it's like this. It's like how dumb they are. They just want to get attention. They just want to get followers. They want to get liked. They want people to agree with their opinion. No.
It's a narcissistic attitude.
Yeah, it's like...
Or a personality.
Like you say, clout is a new drug.
Yeah, it's like they've been addicted to clout all the time. It's like, seriously, if they want to do something, instead of being an asshole, try to be creative, try to do work on more content or focus on something better, to be honest, than being miserable.
But you don't see that because million people are just too lazy. They're so entitled. They want to get shit, they want to hand it shit, but do less work or do no work.
It's like, for me, I couldn't go back to my old job because the only thing is, they're just cowards. Like my staff, they're too afraid that they're gonna get threatened by, the government to lose their funding for hiring me again, of course. Over what I said and say, this and that. It's like, seriously. And here's the sad part. My old job also had that drag queen story hour.
Wow.
No joke.
Wow.
I do have the news article if you want to look at it. Don't because they bend the knee to cancel culture because they don't want to lose money. That's the problem.
Wait, your job?
My old job.
Oh, okay.
It's like they don't want to lose their fundings and everything.
Well, F them.
Right, so the funding is for that. That's what it means. They don't want to lose their funding. What do you mean you don't want to lose your funding? So they are literally, deliberately being funded to promote and educate in that way. So that's pretty interesting to think about.
Yeah,
that's how funding works.
And also, this cancel culture is like threatening to use social media, then call the certain government to just get rid of their funding. That's the problem.
Well, that's where companies like Facebook and Twitter get their funding to begin with as well, is from the actual media companies and the corporations that pay for advertisements to buy trucks and do this and that. That's part of trying to keep this all in line with freedom of speech and stuff like Ronald Dragon started. Elon Musk put out Twitter. He introduced the blue check mark for $8 a month now.
Which is a good thing.
I've been discussing. Yeah, I do kind of think that there's a reason for that, and he has been specifying. Elon Musk has said that the company needs to get essentially moving its dependence from the advertisers, from ad revenue, to provide for who? The users? Yes, the users. Yeah. So if everybody is verified by using their already previously verified payment method, then Twitter is now making revenue from the people that actually use the platform, not from people who pay to have their products advertised on the platform.
And yes, it sounds similar to they got the idea from Minds when they get you had to pay for verification like $5 a month.
Right?
Yeah.
And people don't seem to understand, especially Americans, your finances are already verified.
Yeah.
Because you can't get a credit card or a bank account without, you're essentially your full name, and you've got to dox yourself basically.
Yeah.
In order to be able to use any kind of transaction on the internet. Because your payment method, most people use credit cards and debit cards, right? They got PayPal linked up with their bank account. Everything's already done based off the anti-terrorism laws passed by the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's true.
So it totally makes sense that, now we know who's basically what they're doing to find out who all the accounts on Twitter get their, we want to be verified. Like basically they're following the money. That's what Twitter's going to do now with this new system, is that you'll follow the money to verify who's who based on their identity.
Yep.
So you could use your mother or your grandmother's credit card, right? Not in your name, but you'll use it on an account, and that's going to come back one way or the other.
And it's going to be a good thing to track down these people, as in let's say this, with the blue check mark, it'll be unreasonable for these people using it for a political campaign situation, to be honest.
Well, here's the other thing, is that there's now a new implementation with this new system, is that people without the check marks, there's no safety net. They're going to be at the bottom of a barrel, and everybody with a blue check mark is going to be floating at the top of the barrel. That's what you're going to see when you go to Twitter from now on. The first thing, in order to find anybody without a check mark, you actually have to go looking for them. That's how it's going to work now. Elon Musk has admitted it too.
Also, something I heard about the blue check mark, which got me interested in it, is that those that have a blue check mark, you'll kind of get, like, if you're like a content creator, like a YouTuber or whatnot, you'll be boosted up to like trending topics. So if you make a video,
right, that's what that is.
Oh, okay, all right, then I wasn't paying that much attention, but which got me interested. I'm gonna fuck with it though.
I will do that anyway.
You're getting, think of it like this: it's like a minimal, basic form of advertising. You're paying $8 a month. You're verified, and they know who you are because you're using a payment method that's already been verified by federal laws. And so now you've got, because you got that blue check mark verification, now your content that you post out there is going to be trending. It's going to be the first thing that people are going to be able to see. I think anime fandom communities are going to be able to help with Twitter making this transition into this new phase for its life.
Yeah.
I think Twitter can be saved.
Once Twitter is saved, I'm not sure what will happen with Facebook and other sites, to be honest.
Well, all it matters is that people just learn to say, if they got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't want, who are the people that are right now on Twitter saying the racist shit? Who are the people on Twitter right now, impersonating other real people?
Trolls.
Not just trolls. It's basically
Well, not just trolls, but I mean, it's there's a political bent.
Yeah, the political elite, the
It's the lefties that hate. It's bots too, but it's the lefties that hate Elon Musk right now. That's what it is.
And it used to be them who loved him because of Tesla.
Yeah.
But speaking of Twitter, he had already reinstated Kanye's Twitter, and I think he's supposed to be reinstated Trump's Twitter as well.
It will.
I haven't seen or heard anything.
And
they won't be doing any reinstatements until the Content Council has convened.
He already got his back.
Okay.
And I think Trump will be getting his back soon.
Well, even though Trump won't even need Twitter, he still have his truth unless they implement.
Oh, he's gonna need Twitter. He's gonna need Twitter because guess what, Ruby? Twitter has 2 more competitors now because of all this Elon Musk shit. Well, Trump did Truth Social. Now these lefties and wokies, they've got something called Tribal. And there was another one as well.
It'll crash and burn.
And so I'm just like, shit, there are now 3 platforms designed to be like, well, technically 4, actually. There's I keep forgetting Parlay.
Yeah,
Parler. So there's Parler, Truth, Tribal, and then another
Mastodon.
One. Then there's stuff like Mastodon. So I'm just like, this actually, I think it's a good thing. But then it's just really funny that they think they could be, these Twitter clones could be serious.
Let me tell you what Mastodon.
So the fact that people aren't going to take these Twitter clones serious, I'm just like, well, that's the way people should be treating Twitter, and I think that's what we'll see eventually. We'll see it. We'll see. People will be paying for it like any other service, and they'll be, you'll especially see people who make content, like when it comes to YouTube and videos and all that stuff. People who actually currently depend on Twitter for social media, for what its intended purposes are.
Yeah, they'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think people who are leaving will come back and they'll see that.
I was never on Twitter, so yeah.
Right. I'm probably not gonna go back. I'm just gonna wait and see.
Yeah, for me, I'm not sure if I'm gonna unlock my Twitter yet, because for me, I've been losing a lot of followers.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, when I'm privated, because I'm aware about these trolls trying to basically falsely report me. Is from the kickbit crowd. To be honest, it's like they just want to falsely report me because after a certain Karen kind of caused the whole drama.
Dang. Oh, how about Elon had already claimed his first body? He already claimed kicked out
Kathy Griffin. Yeah. She impersonated him without specifying that she was a parody account. She used her personal account to impersonate him, and a lot of people that's what I did my live stream last week over. Was these wokies are doing all this, and I know I made comments about it on a video or 2 of Ruby's, but they're just doing this and they're like admitting it openly, like they're so proud of it. Everybody had fun. It was a good time. While it's like, dude, you guys are such hypocrites. These are the very people who are complaining, and protesting against Trump. They didn't want him to buy Twitter. Then they, it's like, oh, he should buy Twitter, and now they're like, this is the shit that's going to happen if he buys Twitter. Well, wait, were you warning that you would do that or that other people would do that? It's like, apparently the racists are these wokies.
Yeah.
It's just like hellscape, a free-for-all hellscape, a cesspool. These are the idiots. These are the idiots who are pissing in the pool. Stop pissing in the pool.
You know what's really disgusting is she's been using a dead mother's account. Her dead mother's account.
Yeah, then she went and started using her dead mother's account, saying, "Oh yeah, I come back from the grave." It's just like this is parody to you,
That's just sick and dumb and crazy.
Yeah, the point is, if you're using a dead mother's account, guess what? Their account's gonna be banned or something.
Some people just have no shame. Dang, we all said
It's just messed up that this is another example of people being like, oh, it's free speech, freedom of speech, so I can do and say whatever I want. Well, that's, I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
There's a lot of social media, but very little social etiquette.
There's no etiquette in general when you think about it.
That's the whole thing about socialism, is that you add social to something, it means the opposite. Social distancing.
Socialism.
I mean, what's the point of a society to begin with? Is that humans come and congregate together. More and more of them come and congregate together. That's the purpose of. That's what a society is. So when you put social distancing, it's like you're separating people. It's not really much of a society.
Yeah.
See? So social media is media that's meant for people to be socializing on. That's the concept, but it's not. It reverses. It makes it so that social media's intent is to that people don't socialize. They want less and less socialization when it comes to media.
It's true. And the only thing I'm just gonna say this with, I'm gonna say one of the options I'm gonna say with Elon Musk, he might possibly gotta ban basically the big mainstream media as a whole, because it's an easy way to do this. How Rigid Golden Eagle say this, because banning mainstream media from social media is a good way to do it.
Well, see, there was one distinct group of people who were given top priority when it came to the blue check marks, because the blue check marks were arbitrarily decided. People who got them, that was arbitrary.
Yeah.
And I would guarantee that the people who got their blue check marks also probably paid for them, because a lot of them were actors, actresses, politicians, and here's the priority one. Above everybody else, these guys got priority. Journalists.
Yeah.
And these journalists, paid for by the companies that they work for, they get more money depending on how much traction they get with their social media accounts.
Yeah.
So this is where social media has its literal connection to regular mainstream media, and how propaganda is being fed to the sheeple.
That's true. And as much as I recall,
that's why I think it's, that's part of the good thing about the whole pay for it. Everybody's paying for it now. You can get the verification.
And as I recall, the only thing I'm gonna say this with social media, what happened with the elections. I know it's we all know about the rig, and at the same time, these type of same activists, they kind of tell them, oh, vote blue because of the abortions and all this controversial stuff they're bringing up. That's
right. Speaking of which, Ronnie D, Ruby, and Taylor, welcome back. You guys hear about how the media is openly admitting that the Democrats rigged this year's election?
Yeah, fortunately, here's a true story. I was forced to vote for my own mother. She told me vote is important. My great grandmother fought against fought for her freedom for. Come on. When's the last time we ever? Because our oppression, our struggle is real, that kind of thing.
First of all, fuck voting. Fuck the Democrats, because anytime they want our vote, we get nothing in return.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, did you hear what they did this year? So the Democrats, and the media has reported it too. You can find articles online about this. The Democrats funded certain or specific pro-Trump Republican candidates in Republican primaries. Those Republican candidates win. The Democrats go on to face that candidate. Guess who won in the general election this week?
Who?
The Democrats. And guess who lost? Spoilers. The pro-Trump Republicans who were funded by those Democrats.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Is that not a rigged election?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freedom of speech, right? Because they voted, because they were speaking
more
with
like
their
freedom
money.
of bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Democrats like openly engaged in it. People knew about this shit. And of course, now the media is also writing other articles where they're saying that Trump is the reason the Republicans failed. And it's just like, how one-sided is this shit? It's literal communist propaganda.
Yeah, I know. Like, seriously, the problem is it's not Trump's fault. It's the Republicans' fault, to be honest.
And you know he's getting paid for this, right? Trump gets paid for this.
All right.
He's the patsy.
What did I miss?
Oh, so the Democrats, did you hear? The news is reporting, the mainstream media is reporting, you can find it all across social media, the Democrats funded pro-Trump Republicans. Those candidates won their Republican primaries, then the Democrats go face up against those pro-Trump candidates that they paid for, and the pro-Trump candidates lose. Is that not a rigged election?
It's part of it.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm presenting the Ruby, because that's what it is.
About it. This is my first
Never
time
been
hearing
surprised
about
about this.
Well, I mean, would that not be a rigged election?
And here's the same thing as I could say, if the rig election is part of a sting operation going on, but we don't know what's gonna happen anyway.
I see.
But the problem is,
so messed up. I've got a link. I should have posted it I'm gonna post it on my stream from earlier. But my mini stream I did earlier, I was talking about this very thing, how they are openly, since last week, they've been openly printing articles about how the Democrats funded the very candidates who just lost in the elections.
Speaking of Democrats and candidates, you know, Democrat, I think Senator Stacey Abrams lost or something like that?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. She was trying her best to get black men to vote because black men didn't want to vote. And you know, I said kudos.
Well, you yourself just said that you don't vote or you don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't vote because of BS.
So she was so people like that actually exist.
Because what? And then see his name. She had to nerve to try to shame them and try to talk about. And see her and many other black media on platforms try to shame black men for not voting and somebody get in line and vote.
Yeah.
Who cares about your fucking opinion?
That's not gonna do. That's not gonna do.
Like just talking about all kinds of shit. Like who gives a damn about your opinions? You're supposed to get in line and vote. You slave.
Here's the funny thing: is that another article I read earlier today is talking about how vast majority of Americans are. Well, no, it wasn't an article. It was actually It's a Gundam was reading the article. It was in his video, his 1 hour video today. He was talking about how vast swaths of Americans are displeased with their state governments, and not a single incumbent was flipped.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, how does that work? Something's going on with the Democrats.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
I can tell you that they aren't in favor. Well, technically, this is what democracy is. It's where a group of people have control.
When you think about it, the Democrats were the ones who wanted to keep slavery going.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Historically. So
It is funny that our entire country, for the United
So
States,
it's kind of funny how we're so supportive of Democrats when historically they wanted us to remain enslaved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been the Republicans on the other side ever since then as well, right? So for 150 years, we've been fighting and dividing each other as Americans over the very two parties who are responsible, the very two private organizations who are responsible for the Civil War.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to bounce. Okay, it was nice though.
Oh, that's
Well, I had to go bounce too because it's getting late. So.
All right.
I mean, the stream ends at 9:30, so yeah.
All right,
Well,
well, take it easy, guys.
Okay.
Have a
Later.
good night.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Bye, Ruby.
Peace.
So-
Bye, Taylor.
See ya.
So have a night.
So-
Have a nice night. Good night.
Well,
Yeah.
bye, guys. So good night.
Yeah.
So you
Thanks
guys
for being here,
leave,
Taylor.
Thanks.
See ya. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So, So that's what I'm saying, because without the situation with, well, I don't know why the Democrats still want to keep on slavery going on, because since there's still an official party, which it didn't got canceled or anything.
Right. Well, because they inspire with current liberalism, neoliberalism, where the government is liberated to tax and go to war as much as they want.
Yeah.
It's funny how people, the Democrats in the Senate and in Congress, vote in favor of war.
Yeah.
It's also funny that we're talking about this stuff, that there's not been you didn't see Biden. They had to pull Obama back out of retirement to go campaigning for the Democrat candidates.
Oh,
Yeah.
their favorite house Negro.
Of course.
Their
But we know
favorite house
he's,
Negro.
the point is, he's not fully black. He's basically half black, half white.
Their favorite house mulatto.
Yeah, but we don't have an actual black president. We just have a half black president.
Yeah. But let's be honest, that was just by design, in my opinion.
Oh, that was rigged. You can definitely.
That was by design. That was by
The
design.
2012 and the 2008 elections were rigged.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there. I saw some of that shit, especially in 2012. So it didn't surprise me when, it was so
Sure, you just
obvious
saw it
that.
in 2008.
Hmm?
When I was in high school, like just started high school.
You just started high school in 2008?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and I'll admit that, before turning 500, I used to vote for Democrats.
I never voted.
I never
Well,
voted
it's a very
until
good feeling when you definitely vote your conscience. And I mean, and I'm not talking like, oh, I voted Democrat or I voted Republican. I'm talking like you actually find somebody who, resonates with you about what it means to be in America.
And as for me, I vote because the reason is I don't want to go into jury duty, which is a waste of my time, to be honest.
Oh, jury duty! You should. Oh man, I would give anything to go to jury duty. It's a lottery. So those who get picked, should consider themselves lucky.
Yeah.
Because that's where we as citizens, that's one of our areas where we can engage and participate in the function of our society when it comes to our government, when it comes to our policies that our government enforces. That's what politics are. Politics is the enforcement of policies that are managed by government. And so when we go on the jury, we could be like, oh, hey, well, there's this particular law that someone's being taken to court for. And so being that one voice on the jury you could be, people should really think about how much power they have in the jury. That's where you have power.
That's true.
Because you can't hang them. Because even think of the Wild West, for example. When people talk about like gun violence and gun control and stuff. Like if we don't have gun control, this is going to be the Wild West. Well, back in the Wild West, we had juries, we had courts, we had if a man killed somebody, he was taken to court. He was not shot like a dog. He was taken to court, and 12 men sat in the booth, and they all had to vote unanimously whether or not he was convicted and hung. If one person dissented, then that killer, he doesn't get hung.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's how you protect people. Because maybe that guy who was taken to court for killing, maybe he really wasn't the killer. And there have been a lot of men, including black men, who've been convicted of crimes and put on death row.
And didn't really commit the crime.
There was no evidence, or it was a false accusation.
Or false rape accusation.
Well, false anything. No evidence.
Yeah. It's seriously, these people, I'm saying, they need to do something about with this false accusation situation, because it's getting old that people don't even have any evidence. We have a statute of limitations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and women are abusing that shit.
And the problem is, for example, that Karen thinks, oh, I kind of did something to her? No, I didn't, because the reason is she thinks, oh, the crime was 2 years ago. Like, do I really care if it's 2 years ago? Because 2 years ago is like not. I wasn't even there or anything. It's basically it's like, oh, dream. If the claim was like that, where's the police report or anything? There's no police report.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, seriously, it's like.
Speaking of that stuff, you all know something. I noticed instead of whenever something happens to women, instead of going to the police, they go straight to social media.
Yeah.
Which
Right,
is the craziest thing. What in the
the
world is social
narcissism.
media supposed to do?
That's the narcissism and the whole clout thing you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, what's social media supposed to do?
Nothing.
Shame people into the whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about it's all about the individual who wants the target to be canceled. It's all about them feeling empowered.
Yeah.
That
false
they're so
empowerment.
powerful.
False empowerment.
Right. They're narcissists.
Yeah, they're narcissists. And the reason is it's because they got it out of their own, let's say this, they've been miserable like because here's the thing, which is obvious that we could tell one thing for sure is mostly these woke female college grads who are in debt, to be honest, or still in college. Who are that miserable, to be honest.
I tell you, people these days.
They're just that miserable, and they say I don't know what causes it in their heads like to be miserable for clout. And this is why this country is lacking of mental health, to be honest.
Like Offset said, to do anything for clout.
They do anything for clout, huh? Clout this, clout that, clout. That's how
They were
lick toilet.
treated negatively, and so now they treat other people negatively, and it just becomes a cycle. And they think, again, with the whole narcissism, neuroticism kind of thing going on, they use it and they manipulate others into giving them sympathy.
Yeah.
Because they crave the attention.
I can say this, all this behavior is coming from, they never left their behaviors left behind when they left, college or high school or something like that.
Right. For example, like Kathy Griffin with her whole act that she's been doing on Twitter with Elon Musk. Yeah. She's not a comedian. She's a drama medium.
Yeah.
She's creating a drama, not comedy.
Yeah.
If you want to call that drama, even.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, that's why it's being published in the news. That's why people were talking about it. That's why I did a stream. It's just drama to get people's attention. Because if it's not sex, what's going to get money moving for the advertisers?
Yeah, at least a good thing with Twitter is getting their advertisers disappearing, which is a good thing. And here's the other thing.
There's less advertisements, aren't there?
And here's the other thing, big companies like Nintendo and other companies, they need to stop paying attention to these losers, to be honest, because they're not their customers.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
If they want to care about the money, they should focus on the business instead of listening to what these losers on social media say. If they said something wrong or whatever, well, they should leave it at somewhere like in the complaints department.
Right.
Yeah.
Because here's the one thing I think we're going to see more of, or we'll still continue seeing. We're still going to see more anime memes around Wendy's and such.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see less of that. I think we're going to end up seeing more stuff like that. So there's the whole, you're going to see corporations, instead of advertising for, the way they do, like you go to Twitch, for example, you get a bunch of ads. You go to YouTube, you get a bunch of ads. You go to Twitter, you see a bunch of ads. No, you're going to see the corporations, they're just going to use their accounts. That's their advertisement right there. And then they'll just start interacting more and more with the user base like they did with the whole meme thing. Because Arby's was in on some of that shit, dude. Yeah. That was pretty clever.
That's very true.
And that's the kind of fandom thing that you can see, that you will see sometimes, or that we, as a lot of us as video game and anime fans, that's the kind of thing that goes on in Japan.
Yeah.
They'll make partnerships like that, and they cater to the fans. They make it fun for the fans. They don't, of course, again, like any company or corporation, you see them doing it is like, yeah, we're doing it for them. We want to get the money, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's just like they have a certain level of respect, minimal level of respect for the fans.
And yeah, because we see what's going on with these tech jobs. Is like, oh my god, it's like adult daycares, to be honest.
Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. You know, I was like, wait, is this really one of their Twitter offices? When they showed it on It's a Gundam's video, I was like, this is the same shit that he was showing for other tech startup companies on his videos. It's like, what the fuck is going on with these college kids? Like, what colleges are they attending that this is where they get to... What?
They're not even working hard. This is why I'm gonna say this. Down the line in a few years, college education is not gonna be worth it anymore, and it's gonna be collapse.
Yep. Well, it already is. It already is. Why do you think the government has continuously or repeatedly provided student debt relief?
Right.
Not just only that. It's
still waiting on mana.
These things have been worthless for 20 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm just saying, what will happen is college education will disappear in a few years. Prior.
No, it's not going to disappear. It's going to go. It's going to do the same thing that what's going on with Facebook and Twitter. It's not going to be as important. It's not going to be social. It's not going to be like a social requirement in order to function.
Right.
You know, one day maybe if we were so lucky, people would start treating their phones like as if it was something that hung on a wall again. You may not see people with phones on the wall like back 20 years ago, but they'll treat it as if it were on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you used to have people 20 years ago, phones were on the wall. So when you see somebody in the car, where's their phone? Oh, it's on the wall at home.
Yeah.
So things like that, you know, more etiquette. It's like, yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, you can have a cell phone. You can have your cell phone in your car. Does it mean you should? You know, that's the thing about adults, is that we got to start taking more personal responsibility for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that right there, just, you know, if we're going to wrap things up and bring it with the free speech thing, especially like with Democrats and Republicans and what's been going on, that's a core principle of being a libertarian. So you can say and do whatever you want. It's that you own up to it and you just take respect. You know, it's like in Japan they call reading the air. It's like, look at where you're at and you know, realize, is this the time and place to say this, or should I do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
And the thing is, like, I could tell you one thing, in the near future, possibly people will be using social media less and more going on as in real life connections, to be honest.
Right. Think of it like this: social media, using Twitter and any other social media, can be. I would probably argue now that it's no different than using or drinking alcohol. You can abuse it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think people, you know, more adults will, especially Generation Z, as they become more adults in the next 10 years. So as soon, you know, they start getting in their late 20s and mid 30s, they'll start using less and less of it as well. There'll be a decline. They'll be moderating. That's the word I'm looking for, moderation. You know, it's okay to use all this stuff. Is that we got to moderate ourselves. That's personal responsibility.
Yeah, at least since, you know, like, I got a new job, but I'm not telling where it is because, you know, how haters are, but I keep it like a secret because the thing is, I'm not going to be using my phone. I'm just going to leave it in a locker while I'm just, you know, doing my work.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing to do. And I've had plenty of jobs myself where, you know, I take my cell phone with me to work, and the company requires that your cell phone be in your desk or put away when you're on the clock. So I'm sitting there at a computer desk, working at a computer. Well, my phone has to be put away. It has to be in the drawer. It can't be out in the open. I can't use it.
Yeah. Because the point is, like, I'll be focusing more on my work often, since even though I put my phone aside, I have my Switch, I focus what it is.
Sorry, you sound kind of muffled there, Ronnie.
Sorry. Oh, sorry about
Okay,
that.
as I'm saying, like, I just, the reason is it's better, like when you off the phone, you're more focused on finishing your game faster and at the same time. You're more
Right,
focused on doing your
Right, it's
work
the same
faster.
thing. Like, yeah, it's like the same thing with Japan, and they, if we look at the way when it comes to food, you know what, when that's why they have that gag in anime. You'll see the kids running, oh, I'm late to school, so they got a piece of toast in their mouth. That's not considered that's not considered proper etiquette. So that's why it's such a big kind of funny gag. Is that when over there, for their culture, Japanese culture, when you eat, it's like you sit down and you focus on eating the food. No watching television kind of thing, no sitting staring at your phone kind of thing. Like, if you're there eating with somebody, like the whole thing should be like you and the other people who are eating kind of thing. It's like focus on that. Have a meal. Here in America, you're going to see people running late to school, chomping down on a sandwich, or driving in a car, chomping down a sandwich, or drinking a soda or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And in anime or other stories, Japanese content, you'll see characters, they'll go, if it's not eating food, you'll also see them stop what they're doing. They'll stop in the middle of what they're doing to drink something. Right? It's like, wait, but here in the States, you'll see people, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get a coffee, and then you get it from a vending machine, and then walk over to a bench and sit there and drink it until you're done. But that's what they do over there, because when they're done, here's the other thing, they got a big deal about throwing away trash. They don't, a lot of Japanese people don't even carry trash with them.
Yeah, unlike in America, like trash cans almost everywhere. And with Japan, you had to take your trash with you.
Right, but I mean, you won't see them like carry it home all the way. Like they find the proper receptacles too. Here in you could probably see, there's not a trash can in the States. There's not a trash can, and that's the other thing. In Japan, they don't have as many trash cans as we do. So that's part of the reason why in many places they do have to take it with them to find a proper receptacle. Their laws are a little more stricter. And so, like, you don't have a trash can at a picnic area here in the States. Well, some people who do the right thing, they'll take the trash with them and, either home or wherever. But it's not considered over there. That's one thing that's not considered sightly either. But they all they abide by the rules.
Yeah.
Here in America, people try and get rid of their trash as quickly as possible.
I wouldn't be surprised if the world gets overflowed with trash. Like how WALL-E. You seen the WALL-E movie?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't get like that. That's an exaggeration.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Due to all the consumerism you're doing.
You would have to have had more people than they had on that ship that left her.
True.
The worst part about with WALL-E, it shows a lesson about why you should get out the comfort. That's not the worst. The worst part, you see how they get obese and everything. But here's a lesson: you need to get out the comfort zone and experience what goes on there.
Right.
Because that's why people don't learn anything from whatever movies they are. Like, they need to get out of their comfort zone and do something about it. Like you see what's going on with the previous pandemic. Oh my God, people were still in the comfort zone and all those needles going on, and they just wanted wear a mask. That's basically comfort.
And that's the funny thing, is that the media is now admitting that everything they were saying about all that stuff was false to begin with.
Yeah.
The masks didn't do anything. They never would have. The lockdowns didn't do anything to flatten the curve. They kept telling us that it did at first, and anyone who said anything to the contrary. So they're definitely, freedom of speech exists. It just wasn't being respected for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever been respected if you think about it.
Well, if you want to, with that position, then I would agree. So, because I mean, how did human civilization start? It started with slavery. We were all that's the origin of humanity. Is that at the dawn of civilization, everybody was slaves. So liberty is not something that's especially for the last 200-300 years. It's not something that, it's still a new concept. That's what it is. It's still a new young concept for our entire planet.
Speaking of slavery, like one thing I always learned about, trying to tell my black friends, a lot of my friends in the African American community, say that you do know our fellow Africans sold us as well as slaves, right?
Yep.
Like you do know this, right? And we were sold by our own to the Caucasians.
Yep, African and Arab Muslims.
Hence that movie on. I don't know if y'all seen that Woman King. I never seen it because it was bullshit and it was basically exaggerated.
Well, have you heard about the sequel?
Oh yes, I heard about there's supposed to be some fucking sequel to Woman King.
Yeah, it's gonna be a spinoff. They're calling it a reboot.
And see, here's the thing.
It's gonna be called The Man Queen. It's gonna be called The Man Queen.
I thought Woman King was trash, and I didn't even see the movie. I saw the previews.
Did you hear the title?
Clips and stuff like that.
Did you hear the title? The Man Queen.
The what queen?
The Man Queen.
The Man Queen.
Yeah,
wow.
It's gonna be it's the sequel to the Woman King.
Oh my god.
That's a joke, dude. I'm joking.
It's a
The
joke.
Man.
I was about to say, man.
The Woman King followed by the Man Queen.
I wouldn't be surprised though, to be fair.
You know what would be really fun though? I think this is what they should have done. They shouldn't have done the story whatever it's about. They should have just like done some really silly shit and just like literally do like a Godzilla versus King Kong thing. Man, the Woman King followed by the Man King. I mean the Man Queen, and then the third one would be them doing Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh my god.
The mockery of Black history, man. The rewriting of history. When you think about it.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. When has Hollywood ever been?
There were a lot of changes. There were a lot of changes that they did to the Woman King in terms of the historical influence. And the people who wrote it will just claim, the same. They'll just use the excuse of Hollywood interpretation. Be like, oh yeah, well movies like Zulu did this and that, blah blah blah. It's like,
or Troy.
Whatever.
Like, let's be honest. When has Hollywood ever been historically accurate when it comes to these type of movies? Never.
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody knows that most movies have never been historically accurate.
It's mostly just entertainment.
But the movies that have the most accuracies tend to get the most praise.
I bet if it was a slavery movie, they would have definitely been accurate.
Amistad is probably better than this movie.
Yeah.
But
God, it's been forever since I've seen that one.
The point is, people need to learn to get out of the comfort zone, and you know what will happen in the next few years if the media try and make another scare, people are not gonna fall for the scare anymore.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think future generations could learn a lot from periods like the Victorian era when we used to have gentlemen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Definitely agree. And gentlemen get out of their comfort zones.
Yeah.
A gentleman is not a man who's supposed to shy away, and be easily intimidated either. He's supposed to be, a man, but he's also supposed to be gentle too.
Yeah.
And what do a lot of male anime fans like? Cute little anime girls.
The
Give them
big
pats.
thing.
No, I'm talking about give them pats on the head. Protect the precious.
Big titties.
That's a different kind. I'm not. Okay.
I know. I'm just joking around.
Because a man, you don't see, those memes where they're like the big tough guy. They're making the jokes of the big tough guy. Like they got an example of like Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, they use that as like, yeah, this is what protects the little dragon lolly. What's her name? Kana Kamui from, stuff like that.
Right.
So anime weebs, they know what it means to be a gentleman. At least if they applied it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because gentlemen also bathe. Gentlemen bathe.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this.
That's true.
Here's the thing I found out basically is, you know how we say about feminists and feminism? Well, feminism is basically modern day witchcraft, and the feminists are modern day witches.
I think you mean the Kardashians. But yeah,
What do you say?
I think you also mean the Kardashians when it comes to witchcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 sisters, aren't there?
Yeah, y'all seen that Hocus Pocus movie, the sequel?
No, I did not see the sequel.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but I seen the reviews of it, and apparently I forgot what they call the Will sisters or something like that. The Witch sisters. The Witch sisters. They pretty much are icons, like famous now, icons in this in this in the second one. Like they're kind of famous. And I guess it was from the result of their actions in the first movie. To the point where
don't they like retcon the intro or something? They give them a new origin at the beginning.
No, they actually give them an origin story, an actual origin story. Like
they retcon it because we were already given a background of them in the first movie.
Really? Like from birth to childhood and everything?
That's what a retcon is. So it retcons the original movie.
I've seen the first Hocus Pocus.
The first Hocus Pocus gives an origin of these evil witches. They were evil witches. Everybody knew that they were evil witches, right? And a girl got abducted in the woods. Blah blah blah. And the boy found them in the cabin in the woods, and they turned him into a cat, right? And so they got caught for that. So it sounds to me like they're retconning some of their background by creating this.
Oh yeah, to make them seem more sympathetic.
Right. So that's retconning because they're putting stuff in that was not introduced, and it takes place before what we were first introduced. So that is technically a retcon.
They're doing it from starting at the childhood or something like that. Their childhood.
Right, and that sounds stupid. It sounds like that's more than a prologue. It sounds like that's half the movie.
Yeah.
So that's the whole retcon. That's
in a way, the Wilson sisters are pretty much famous and are very influential, and so see, given at this time now where devilry is heavily emphasized in music and stuff and mainstream, what they do is now they were very accepted because all the stuff like witchcraft and stuff like that is being done and popularized in modern times. So they weren't really seen as out of place in the second movie, where in the modern era stuff like that is pretty common. It's become so commonplace, just like in real life.
So it's pro-paganism.
Yeah,
or
in a way.
Pro-neo-paganism is what it is.
I didn't really see the movie, but I saw a review of it from Truth. The Truth is. But yeah, it's about time for me to end the stream, though.
All right, yeah. Shiny Eevee had a disconnect, but he said he's back, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it's about time for me to end the stream, though.
All right.
But before we go, hold up. Start the wheel again.
Oh my god. So anyways, like I'm missing out when I hear because the PT got froze.
It's all good, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm about to end the stream, though.
Yeah, I may guys stream a little later, but I'm just gonna get things ready for myself.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Right. One more thing.
Thanks for having me.
One more.
Professor, I'm 10 years old and I'm ready to pick a Pokemon. Not until I get mine first, Jordan.
Now, boys, you'll both get your chance. Now, before I can give you your Pokemon, you have to answer a few questions for me.
Okay, shoot.
All right. Well, first, are you a boy or a girl?
Huh? I'm a boy, right? Right, I'm a boy.
Why are you asking me?
I don't know. It's just like a kind of a curveball. I'm a boy.
Now, what is your name?
You don't remember my name? Who would want to remember you? Shut up, Gary. It's Ash.
Ah, yes, of course, Ash. Now, to your left, that's your rival, my grandson. You've known each other for years. What's his name?
Grandpa? Grandpa, what are you doing?
What's his name, Ash?
Is he having a stroke? Grandpa, come on. It's not funny. Grandpa, it's Gary. Gary Oak? I'm your grandson. You can't forget.
What's his name,
Mom
Ash?
said you were forgetting, but no.
What's his name, Ash?
Come on. It was so many years of. Come on. It's Gary Oak. Ash, can you call my mom? I think he's forgetting. Fuck.
Ah, yes, my grandson, Dick Fuck.
What?
Ash, you must be prepared for the journey
But
ahead.
it isn't.
You will meet great
No.
foes and
No.
legendary Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Man, I do miss the old times when we name our rivals a bad name, but now these modern Pokemon games, you had to have a friend rival.
Yeah.
Or
Miss
certain
those
rivals,
days.
but you don't need to name them.
Yeah, missed those days. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for contributing. I appreciate the conversation with you guys. Hope we can do this again sometime. You are amazing. You're very beautiful
thanks.
people.
Thanks for having me aboard.
No problem, buddy.
No
Good to chat
problem.
with you again, Shiny.
Yeah, thanks for y'all, since, I just want to have my chance to talk here anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I'll be streaming later, so once my announcement is up, you'll see it anyway.
Alrighty, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
Peace out.
Later.
All right, peace out. See ya.
Later.
Now see you all later.